Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have a love reading for you today. This is the first card that came out. Yep. It's just a validation that yes, this is. First of all, if you're wondering if he cares about you, yeah, it's pretty clear. Yes. If you're not sure, he's just not good with his words just yet. I have a love reading. I was sitting here trying to choose my cards, and I wanted to use tarot. And this deck is the only tarot deck that I have up here on my desk. I'm having trouble with words this morning. I haven't had my coffee yet. If you watched my video yesterday, you know I'm in the middle of like a new morning routine, and so I'm not supposed to have my coffee until later. So I'm gonna work my way through this. This is called the Arcanum deck, if you're interested. And I always see this as like the masculine deck. This is definitely I use it for my love readings. It's very romantic. It's very wistful. Like the images are very realistic and dreamy to me. So I use it for my love readings. And there's a sister deck. It's called the Thelema deck that I have also. I've used on here. That's downstairs. I don't have it right now. But I see this one as the masculine, the Thelema as the feminine deck. That's kind of how it speaks to me. And so it's almost like the masculine is speaking through this. And so I'm feeling a little bit like the feminines are wanting to know what is going on in the mind of the masculine or in the heart of the masculine. Or your person. It doesn't have to be masculine and feminine, but that's how I see the world within those polarities. And Hawk Spirit, oh my gosh, it's just screaming out there all morning long. And yesterday, I just hear her all over the place right now. So Hawk Spirit is speaking to you. I do have this deck here, the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. Sometimes I'll pull the cards from it. Sometimes I'll just connect in with a spirit, an animal spirit that's speaking, and I'll just read the message in it. So I may read Hawk Spirit for you. I'm going to do that right now. Apparently that's what I have to do right now. I do have my music on also. It's really low because I have my speaker a little bit too close to the screen and you're not allowed to hear it on here. So every once in a while I might just need to get quiet to listen for what is playing. And I can't hear anything right now. Benny and the Jets was just on a minute ago. If that means something to somebody. All right, Hawk Spirit, page 98. We're going to start with that, okay? Let Spirit be your guide. Some of you have questions. And if there are things that you want me to ask and answers you want me to bring through, just ask them. Just send them out there. Whether you ask them on here, on a video, on a comment, or you email me or whatever, or you just say it out loud, think it. I mean, you can even just think it. What is my question to Karen that I would like for her to bring through the answer for? Send it out there, and I mean, I'm a receiver. I will receive the frequency of your question, and at some point in one of these readings, something that I talk about, it's going to answer that question. I had the exact same experience when I went to go see Abraham Hicks, and they send out an email ahead of time that tells you to set your intentions, to send out the energy of your question, and whether you get called on stage or not during the workshop, your question tends to be answered when she's speaking and during her channelings. And that's exactly what happened to me. I even wrote the question down. I had told my friend about it. And as soon as she was speaking about the topic that I was talking about, I started bawling. It was just like, oh God, this is such magic. Just such magic. Energy, vibration, intention, and so I want you guys to do that too. So just send your question out to me, and hopefully I'll receive it, and it gives me something to tune into on here that I'm sure other people are wanting to know also. Okay. All right. So, Hawk Spirit, and this is the number 32 card. So that's the number 5, which is the number of change. So there's some kind of change that you're wanting. I feel it in your question. How do I make the change? How do I change this situation? How do I get through this change? What kind of changes do I need to make? Something like that. Let Spirit be your guide. This is the message from Hawk Spirit. Flying high above the landscape, the hawk sees both the big picture and the small details. Observes the rain. It's funny, we've had a lot of rain in the last couple of days. And the pond, as well as the cloud, and don't miss anything. So this is also a message for the fact that it wasn't lost on me that I kept hearing her call out there just over and over and over again. So paying attention to that detail and noticing it. When Hawk Spirit arrives, you're called to pay close attention to messages from Spirit that can appear anywhere in any form. Listen to your intuition and keep your eyes open for synchronicities, the meaningful coincidences. Hawk Spirit asks you not to dismiss the signs that Spirit is sending to guide you. Lately, have you been hearing the same word or song? And it's so funny that I have my music on again today because I haven't in a while. So there are messages and lyrics right now that I'm going to bring through for you. Or coming across the same symbol here, there, and in the strangest places. Perhaps you hear a song on the radio with just the right lyric pertaining to your query. Or you begin to notice uncanny billboards, license plates. One of my clients yesterday texted me and said that something that we had gone over in her last session, this is one of my mentorship group clients, showed up on 2 different license plates. It's the number 444. Like one right after another. It's just validation, confirmation of the stuff that we were talking about. And it was about manifesting some money, actually, intentionally. And like playing with the universe, playing with it and saying, I'm manifesting this amount of money. And for me, it was for my credit card that I needed to pay yesterday. And we were playing around. We were like, okay, let's manifest 444. Let's manifest $444. So then that number started showing up. So we sent the intention, we sent the number out there. And the number came back. It's right in front of her face. Or other places where repetitive numbers or words show up for you to notice. Pay attention to the animals that appear for you and connect with their symbolism. Spirit wants to communicate and reaches out again and again. When Hawk Spirit appears, it is a sign to listen. So listen up, kiddos. That Hawk Spirit in me is showing up too. Clearly you know that I embody Hawk Spirit. So I'm just going to pull a couple of cards for whatever the question is, the love question. It's a love question. What question do you have about love? What is it that you're wanting to know from your partner? Masculine or feminine, just take it however it resonates for you. Something flipped over. I'm not taking reversals today, apparently. I do not want to. This is like really, wow, lots of swords. Lots of swords. Get out of your head, kids. I mean, we've got 4 swords and Queen of Swords along with the 9 of Swords. He's like, I feel like he's speaking a little bit. He's like, he's in the middle of something really, he's really learning to balance himself. He's really learning to balance his thoughts. He's almost passing this message on to you that mastering your thoughts is really super important right now. You're crazy intelligent and intuitive, but your thoughts get away from you and you lose sleep at night. There's this worry and this anxiety about something from the past, something they haven't quite healed from the past. This could be somebody that you're involved with now, or it could be somebody that's coming along. It's really important to learn how to master your thoughts. This Queen of Swords is very, I'm just hearing sharp. Sometimes her approach to things, the way that she looks at things, is a double-edged sword. I just heard a double-edged sword. She looks at things in a really sharp kind of way, and there's a little bit of healing that needs to go into this. I feel she's protecting herself. I feel like the masculine might be protecting himself just a little bit right now too. He's in a cocoon phase right now. And sometimes that feels to you like they're pulling their energy back a little bit. And they are, in order to regroup. That's what he's doing. And I say it could be a she. Again, take it however it resonates for you. Switch these things around if you're the one that's pulling back a little bit because they're the ones that were a little bit sharp or harsh or something. Take 2 steps back is what I'm hearing. Take 2 steps back and just, before you speak, let yourself process. Okay? Let yourself process. Anxiety is getting in the way of your interpretation just a little bit. And so I made a video yesterday about this new morning routine that I'm going through, 11-11 on my recording, in order to really balance mental health and create a clearer channel for yourself, for myself. If that resonates with you, go back and watch the one from yesterday. Today is September 27th, so just as a reference, you could go back and watch the one from yesterday. There's a lot of anxiety here and overthinking. Definitely a lot of You're really overthinking things and you're thinking too much about things. There's something in your feeling body that you're avoiding. So you're also needing some rest. You need to rest your brain just a little bit, okay? For some of you, it's like, but I know something's going on. I know something's going on. I can just tell. I know something's going on. He's pulled back, and so he must be talking to somebody else, or it must be because I did something or said something wrong, or blah, blah, blah. And you go into the old story of rejection. And it will become a self-fulfilling prophecy. It will. Your worry will turn into pushing them away to explore something else. That's specific for some of you. But that worry immediately, it's like this push-pull, push-pull, push-pull. You feel them, what you believe is pulling away, and there is something going on the side. There is something going, not on the side like he's got a side person, but he's reeling back because he needs to regroup just a little bit, because your energy has been kind of intense and really needy and a little bit anxious, and your anxious attachment. Your anxious attachment, he is a little avoidant attachment. And so when you become a little bit more anxious, it makes him want to pull back in order to regroup. He's got to clear his field just a little bit. And it doesn't have to be like the end all be all. It doesn't have to be like the end of things. But when you get into that anxious state, he can feel the frenetic energy of that, and it makes him pull back. So you just have to match that energy. You have to reel yourself back, go within, and look at what is it that's making you anxious. For some of you, it's a physical thing that you have going on. I'm seeing pasta. Like you ate too much pasta. You're eating too many carbs. And it's slowing your vibration down just a little bit. And as soon as that happens, the vibration matches worry and anxiety. It like puts you on edge. And then you attach thoughts to it. And then all you can do is like look at other people or see it through other people. I hope that makes sense. For some of you, it's just a physical thing. Like you need to get in the sun, or you need to move, or you need to like move your body. If you're not moving your body enough, thoughts get stuck in your brain. Energy gets stuck all up in here. And it snowballs. You got to move your body. He's being still right now. But I think that's part of the message too, is when you get too still, if you're not moving your body enough, your thoughts get away from you. Your thoughts get away from you. And it really, really, really snowballs. Okay, so I see like the masculine, the physical body, to me, no matter if you're feminine or masculine or whatever, the body itself, the physicality of it is like masculine energy. And so the masculine is speaking to you. Your body is speaking to you. You're seeing it as another person, and we're talking about this other person too. But energetically, that person is telling you, when you get all wound up right here, the best thing for you to do is move your body. Move your body. Go for a hike, especially that's what Hawk Spirit is telling you too. Get outside. Get out into nature. Get out into the trees. Breathe. Move your body. Your body is speaking to you. That it's all wound up. And it needs that kind of release. Okay? I feel from him, this is like a message this is a message from him, okay? This is a message for him. Everything's okay. This is his message. It's coming in fast and furious. Fast and furious. It's like telepathic message to you. He's sending you messages through music, okay? Hang on. Echo, turn it up. That's interesting. There's nothing on it now. Except a commercial. Echo, turn it down. There's a commercial. Messages come in from everywhere. From everywhere. For some of you, there's a really funny commercial that comes on the radio or something that is like an inside joke between you guys. I hear the one that my kids kid around about all the time. They always sing the nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach. That commercial. And we sing it like it's a song. It's like some kind of inside joke between you guys. It's like he's wanting to give you that message. As a connector, he's there. He's still there. He's still speaking to you. And whether this is, again, somebody that you are with now or were with before or someone that's coming in. For a lot of you, I feel like it's someone that's coming in. You're being prepared to mentally be able to handle a connection with another person, like a relationship, in a different way than you ever did before. And he's like giving you clues on how you do it. Normally in relationship, you are very, very anxious, and it stirs up your demons, and you get triggered, and you're a very, very cerebral, very mental person when you're with somebody else, because you're trying to interpret and feel and sense their energy and make sense of it up here. You haven't learned the proper communication techniques in communicating what it is that you're sensing. You've never been with somebody either that was open to that. You have to find somebody who's open to you in the way that you process things and communicate things, and your intuition and the way that you sense things. Everything's okay. Look at that, 9 of Cups, 9 of Cups. This time period for you is really important. So if you're not with somebody, and we're talking about the person who is coming in for you, it's really important for you to celebrate yourself, okay? Celebrate you. Learn who you are. Figure out who you are. Really honor who you are and what all of your gifts and your skills and your beauty and like, who are you? I like this because just this morning I was journaling a little bit when I got back from my walk, and I was writing down, I usually write down what I'm grateful for, my dreams and goals. And then today I was writing down a bunch of I am affirmations and like statements about who I am. And some of those things I want to be, and I don't know if I see myself as those just yet, but those are things that I'm striving for. And so I write them as if I am them, so that I am them. That I am those things. So I wrote down this whole big list of I am statements. So do that. Like, who are you? Who are you, and who do you want to be, and who do you want people to perceive you to be? How do you appear? You're headed towards appearing more authentically you, and that's what matters. I'm going to tell you. The beauty just radiates from inside of you. Radiates from your voice. It radiates from just your being, just being you. Yesterday, it was really hard for me to come on to the video because I didn't put any makeup on, I didn't get dressed, I didn't do my hair. Like, my hair was just like, I haven't really done my hair very much today either. I did wet it a little bit. But yesterday was hard for me to come on because, and even watching the video back later, I was like, oh my God, I look like such a ragamuffin, just rolled out of bed, just this. But it was so authentic to what it was that I was talking about, this new morning routine that I was having a really hard time with. And I mean, I didn't make time in there to get ready first. And I just came on. I was like, let me just do it. I'm just going to do it. And so it's authentic to where I was, exactly where I was. Just there's so much beauty in that. I had 3 people send me a donation yesterday from that video. And to me, that video wasn't necessarily one of the more powerful ones. It was a reading. It was exactly what people needed, apparently. I didn't see it as something that was like one of my, viral videos, but people found it so valuable in whatever way they did. And sometimes it's just because I showed up, because they missed my face on here, because it had been a while since I did a video, and they're just grateful for me showing up at all. This is the message from him, from your person, from the universe, from your higher self. Celebrate you. Who are you? You are beautiful just as you. When you're in your element and you just show up, just to show up and be you, that's like the essence of the feminine. Just being, no matter what. Getting out of your mind is going to be super important. Okay, so I feel like you're in this time period of doing that. Echo, turn it up. There's nothing on there. Just silence. Again, it's so interesting because I had to turn the music on today. Turn your music back on, okay? Turn your music here in your heart. Oh, yesterday. Oh, okay. I got a message yesterday, the song, The Day the Music Died. The Day the Music Died. And there's something that makes you disassociate and go back up into your brain and overthink things. When you experience something in your physical body, you go into freeze mode. I was talking about the cold yesterday. You go into freeze mode and it puts you up in your head. You get into your head instead of letting yourself feel. There's something that you need to let yourself feel right now. That's what you're facing. Something that you feel that comes up when you're in relationship that you shy away from, that you get scared of. Maybe rejection, fear of rejection. This is like intense fear of rejection and not wanting to show myself. I don't want to show up with my hair all crazy and people are going to reject me. They're going to say, whatever. It's like this fear of rejection. So that's why you come on here asking, how does he feel about me? Or where are we? Or where is he? Or when am I going to meet him? Or there's this fear of rejection and of being alone. So I think connecting with your people is going to be really important too. That's this 3 of Cups too. Connecting with your people and getting together with your people. That's funny. Yep. One of my best friends from way back, I haven't talked to her in a long time, just called me yesterday out of the blue. So connecting with your people, really getting to your roots. Like if I were to say, her name's Jackie, if I were to say, Jackie, who am I? Like, I'm trying to figure out who I am. She would list off all these different things because she knows me from way back. She knows my history. She knows my soul. She would list all of these things that I forget about myself. And so going back to your roots, really connecting with your people, like those ride or dies, connect with one of those. Just sit and have a heart-to-heart and just be with each other. That's going to help to balance out this versus this. It's funny. These are both nines. 9 of Swords versus the 9 of Cups. This is, she's in her head. You need to get into your heart again. Let your heart sing. Her heart frequency is all frenetic and all crazy and just like, boo. Her heart is just like flowing and sweet. And both of these are important. Both of these speak to you in a really important way. So listen to them both. She's saying, I need my people. Where are my people? I don't know who I am, because she has become kind of isolated. She's isolated herself in her thoughts and in those old stories. In those old stories that don't apply. When I connect with like one of my best friends, you know, we talk on a weekly basis. God, it brings me right back to what really is, who I really am. Not who, when I'm by myself and isolated for too long, the story that I tell myself about, you know, through past experiences and past rejections and blah, blah, blah. Your mind kind of gets away with you a little bit. Sometimes there are people in your life who are very grounding for you and who you are very grounding for. So like my video yesterday, no matter how I showed up, showing other people who feel and look that way on a regular too, that it's normal, that it's grounding, that it's okay. It's okay. We're dealing with it. Here's some advice. Here's what I'm doing to try to shift things around, change my morning routine. Here's what I'm doing. I'm here though. I'm here. I got you. You guys are going through it too. Something else. It's grounding. It brings you back to you. It's mirrors, really. So let her speak. She's speaking to you and telling you that she feels very lonely and lost and worried and feeling she's lost and feeling a little bit rejected. So you need a reboot. Tell her who she is. And if you don't believe those things that you're writing about yourself, write down those I am statements. Write down those I am statements. If you don't believe those things about yourself, ask somebody else. In the beginning, it started with like how others perceive you. Ask somebody else, what am I good at? What am I good at? I would love for you guys to answer that in the comments down below too. What do you think that I'm good at? Because I need that too. I really love the way that other people, the feedback that I get from other people too, because it surprises me, just like the video yesterday. Like they donated to me from yesterday's video, and it did surprise me. And it was like, you're just so meaningful to me. And what you do is important and blah, blah, blah. I would love for you to write that in the comments for me too. And about yourself. Write something about, and I am a statement about yourself too. Talk to each other. See what the masculine did? Brought the feminines into a space together. You need your girls. You need your girls. You need to be surrounded by those girls, feminines, who honor and hold each other up, like sisterhood. Like for the feminines right now, I feel like this time period of real sisterhood, and coming together. Yeah, just last week, my mentorship group, there was a group call, and there was just 3 women, and we were kind of circled up. So I feel like the masculine is like, look at the benefit of this, of me pulling back just a little bit. It gives you the opportunity to step into a space and connect with other feminines in your life. So while he does what he does, instead of getting anxious about it and worrying that something is going on behind the scenes, it's like, take advantage of the space. Take advantage of the space, and really, there's another aspect in your life that needs a little bit more attention. So just trust that he knows what's good for him, and allow him to lead in that way, and turn and, connect with another aspect of you in your life in another way. For those of you that are with somebody right now who this is kind of happening with, they're pulling back just a little bit. You feel them pulling back and you're worried that something else is going on, blah, blah, blah. Get out of your head and just look at it as an opportunity to connect more with yourself and with other people in your life too. He is pulling back a little bit because he feels your anxiety and your attachment. So regardless of the reason, use this as an opportunity to say, okay, I honor that. I respect your space and I'm going to respect mine. And that anxious kind of attachment, it will be dispersed. It needs to be dispersed between other people, not just all in one person. One person has to take care of all of these and balancing this thing for you. You need different dynamics in your life, different relationship dynamics, okay? All right. Let me see what's on the bottom of the deck. Yep, Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords, hopes and dreams. So with the ending of this old story, there's a lot of healing. There's a lot of healing and just like manifestation. I feel a lot of manifestation in this. 3113 on my recording. Okay? All right, guys. If you want a private reading, all my information is down in the box below. If you are interested in my mentorship group, this is like conscious growth, conscious manifestation, and creation of your life, setting intentions, and consciously creating with those people who intent on creating for themselves and alchemizing with others in the group to help create what it is that they're creating. Has become such an exciting experience. Email me for that, okay? I don't have that on my website. It's just a small group right now, 4 of us, but 5 of us actually. Let me know if you're interested in that, okay? Love you guys.